Welcome, Dr. Shetty. It has been an extremely insightful journey. We dealt with some really extraordinary cases. Your thoughts?
See, as an editor of MLCD, I have got judgments coming in from so many courts. What I have noticed from all these judgments is that doctors have been held negligent for silly mistakes. Then as a medical student and as a doctor, I realized that our exposure to knowledge of law concerning the field of medicine is very minimal. Either it is hearsay or some other so-called expert passing on the knowledge. So then we conceptualize this program wherein observation of the court or the reasons why a court has held a doctor negligent, based on that we help doctors understand what is the law regarding the field of medicine. So this is a small contribution from on our part to help doctor or minimize doctors making errors in medicine which causes trouble when they are taken to a court of law.
Right. So, being a doctor and a legal expert yourself, which cases stood out for you?
See, there are so many judgments which have been coming in from the State Commission, the National Commission, the High Court, the Supreme Court. There are so many interesting judgments which come to mind. I remember of a judgment where the State Commission, from the State Commission, where the body of a dead patient was withheld for non-clearance of hospital. The court was very harsh with that hospital. There was one judgment where the cardiologist was not held negligent for the treatment proposed, but he was reprimanded for the illegible prescription and the incomplete prescription. There was one judgment where the young boy insisted on the relatives not being told about the intervention because he knew the relatives will not let him go ahead with the intervention.
Sir, if we ponder a little deeper, we realize the brilliance of some of the cases you dealt with. Like the case where the liability of an assistant doctor was questioned from a legal perspective, or cases where you spoke about how law works differently in the rural areas of India. And specifically, if we speak about India, you also spoke about the legal importance of registering your medical degree. Sir, and lastly, how could we forget the human aspect, where you spoke about an overworked doctor. Sir, do you remember the case where the nurse's notes saved the doctor and the hospital?
Yeah, that was an interesting judgment. It has come up recently. There was a small noting by the nurse in a medical record, that the patient had an IB somewhere else. This is important because we doctors tend to forget that patient care is a team effort. It is not an individual effort. Here there is a contribution from the nurses, the residents, the paramedical workers, and the nurse's note. Had this nurse had not written this note, the doctors and the hospital would have landed in trouble. So this was a very interesting judgment. Yes, yeah.
So true, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, your final message.
My final message that we hope to continue this journey. Hope this videos help doctors in preventing medical errors. And this is a small contribution from me and my organization in helping doctors understand the nuances of law concerning the field of medicine.
Thank you, Dr. Shetty.